You see AI literally everywhere these days, right? But what if I told you that this entire revolution, all of it, is basically being powered by one single company, driven by one visionary founder? Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on that incredible story, and our guide is a fascinating new book that frames it all.
All right, so here's how we're going to break this all down. First up, we'll meet our guide. Then, we'll get to know the man himself, the guy in the leather jacket at the center of this whole universe. We'll dig into NVIDIA's near-death beginnings, explore the genius pivot that changed everything, and finally, see the AI empire they're building as we speak.
Okay, so to really get our heads around this world of, chips and code, we're going to lean on an expert who sees things, well, a little differently.
So our guide for this whole deep dive is Giovanna Sun, and her background is honestly just perfect for this. She's an art tech entrepreneur, an author, a podcaster. She lives at this amazing intersection of art, literature, and seriously cutting-edge tech, and that gives her this really fascinating lens to look at a tech giant like NVIDIA.
Now, what's so cool is how her book, New Emerald City, frames this entire story. I mean, this is not just some dry business book. No way. She presents NVIDIA's rise as this kind of modern-day wizardry, a truly magical, revolutionary journey that's completely reshaping our future.
All right, so let's get to the main character of this whole saga, NVIDIA's founder and CEO, Jensen Huang. And what's just incredible is that his own personal transformation is almost as dramatic as his company's.
Yeah, the book paints this amazing before and after. You've got Huang starting out as your quintessential tech nerd, brilliant but super reserved, totally focused on the engineering. And then he morphs into this rock star CEO who commands a global stage with what the author wonderfully calls Taylor Swift-like charm. How great is that?
And his secret weapon? It's all about his public image. He adopted this signature look, that black leather jacket, and get this, he even got a tattoo of the NVIDIA logo on his arm. He did it when the company's stock hit $100, and he later admitted the pain made him cry like a baby. I mean, what a great, humanizing detail. So this is the crucial point, right? Understanding this journey. The book asks the big question. How did this guy turn NVIDIA's stock from something that cost as much as instant noodles, I'm talking $6, into a blue-chip powerhouse worth over $1,200 a share? Just let that sink in for a second. That's the scale we're dealing with here. But to really get how they reached those insane heights, we have to go all the way back to the beginning. And you might be surprised to hear it was anything but glamorous.
I mean, the company was literally born in a booth at a Denny's back in '93, fueled by endless coffee refills. And early on, they hit a wall. A huge one. A chip they designed for the Sega console was a complete failure, and it almost bankrupted them. For real. It wasn't until 1999, with the release of the absolute game-changing GeForce GPU, that they finally found their footing.
And here's a great little piece of trivia for you. Even their name, NVIDIA, signals their ambition right from day one. They picked it from the Latin word invidia, which means envy. And why? Because their dream, right from that Denny's booth, was to create a graphics chip so ridiculously powerful that it would make every single competitor green with envy. Talk about setting your sights high.
Okay, so that drive for the best chip made them the kings of video gaming. But that brings us to the core question, the big one. How in the world did a company that makes chips for video games become the indispensable engine for the entire artificial intelligence revolution? And this is where the story gets really good. So it all started with their gaming GPUs. Then some really smart university researchers had this aha moment. They figured out that the way these chips render graphics, handling thousands of simple tasks all at once, it's called parallel processing, was also the perfect way to train massive AI models. Now here's the genius part. Instead of just ignoring this weird niche use case, NVIDIA went all in. They launched their CUDA platform, which was just a strategic masterstroke. It basically opened up their GPUs, letting any developer program them for pretty much anything. And that one decision led to 2012, when an AI model trained on their chips just shattered all the records. And boom, the modern AI age was officially born.
So how did that one brilliant pivot turn into the global monster that NVIDIA is today? Well, here's the thing. They didn't just stop at selling chips. Oh no, they started building an entire ecosystem.
So the crucial point here is getting inside Jensen Huang's head. His grand vision. He uses this incredible analogy. He's not just selling components. He truly believes he is building the AI factories of the future.
He sees them as the basic infrastructure, the refineries, for this whole new industrial revolution, the intelligence age. And to build these AI factories, just look at the partnerships they've built. I mean, it is an absolutely staggering list of who's who. We're talking Elon Musk's xAI, aerospace giants like NASA and SpaceX, the supercritical chipmaker TSMC, and yeah, even their rivals and partners in big tech like Intel and Google. Their chips are literally everywhere.
And this slide, right here, shows why this all matters so much. This tech isn't just about making video games look cooler anymore. This whole ecosystem is becoming the computational backbone for our future. Seriously, it's helping design new drugs, build smarter robots, model fusion energy. It's even pushing the boundaries of quantum science. It's wild.